2 videos in 1 week. It's going to be a bit different, isn't it? I just uploaded the video of me and Ozzy doing the training stuff, you know, for the therapy dog stuff. But we're now up in the woods where we normally hang out. As you guys can see, I did do a bit of B-roll as well. There's a lot of downed trees in the area. Now, these I did cut back the other week. We've had a lot of storms and stuff recently, so I did cut some of these back the other week. But there's one or two that are still, they're not dead, if you get what I mean. They're still kind of growing. So if I come over here, I'll show you guys this one. Like this one here, it's still alive. It's just kind of lost its rooting a bit up that way. So I think what I'm going to do is, because the tree that it's currently leaning on is quite strong, I think I'm going to find a way of tying this up. Push it up the tree a bit and then tie it. But I didn't bring anything to do that with. So we're going to have to get resourceful. I'm just having a look around now. Okay, we're going to have a bit of a look around. What I'm looking for is a nice thick vine or something like that. Something that I can use as a natural rope. Also, that probably won't stick out as much. We're going to go have a look around. I'll come back in just a second. So, I found some vines over here. I might be able to use these. I don't know. Might be able to use these for something. And yes, I'll wash my hands afterwards. You never know. And let's see if I can get some of these out. I might have to speed this footage up, but we'll see if we can get some of these out. New Opinel knife. It's an Opinel number 6, if anybody's wondering. Super sharp. Razor sharp knife. Which is great. Now, let's see how resourceful we can get with these. Put this away. Let's see how resourceful we can be. Shall we? Maybe I can, yeah. Right, so. This tree is quite solid. This tree, on the other hand, if Ozzy will stop trying to knock you over with his tail, is not. It's actually kind of uprooted over there a bit. And it's bending down towards the path, but as you can see, it's still a perfectly good growing tree, so I don't really want to ruin it. So I'm hoping that these are not too dry and that I can use them to tie this tree up. Plus it won't stick out as much. Now I'm going to have to adjust you a minute, tree. Bit of an adjustment for you. Anyone walking past right now is going to think that I'm a nutter. But I care, so I don't really care what people think. We've already had one person walk past and I'm like, what are you doing? Well, you see, what we're doing is we're trying not to remove too many trees, but at the same time, keeping somewhere that people can walk through. I don't think I cut any long enough ones. So I'm going to get on with this, and I might do a bit of a speed up on this video. Ozzy's down there watching me like, what are you doing, Dad? What are you doing? You could help, Ozzy, you know? No, some of these are too dry. Okay. plan number 2. There's actually already some vines on this tree. See if we can get some of these down. We can use them. Now, these are very dry, but I might be able to wedge them. Ah, this one's not. Trying to tie it up properly. Hello, Ozzy. Right, so this one is already attached to the tree. Hopefully, I can just wrap it around. See, now I've come up here a bunch of times and cleared out as much as I can. Because obviously, I like to do stuff in the wild. And yes, this did just break. I like to do stuff in the wild. And that is the entire point of this channel. The entire point of the channel is to do camping and wildlife stuff. No, that's not going to work. It's too thin and too breaking. Breaking too much. Right. I may have to come back and finish this one. I don't have anything with me to tie it up with properly. Just thinking now, do I have any paracord? No, I don't. We're going to need some fresher branches. Yeah, so we may have to come back to that one. I've searched around. I can't find anything that's not so dried out at the moment that just snaps immediately as soon as you try and tie it. I've tried a number of different things, but you can't win them all. I'm still looking though. Anyway, we're going to head back though. We're going to head that way a bit more. Maybe it'll just clear a few other things. But we were told that there's an actual tree down a bit further up as well. So this one's still living. It just means that people have to duck under it a bit more. It just means ducking under the tree a bit. The path is relatively clear. But we were told that there is a completely downed tree up here, so we might see if we can get to that. But you see this one here? This one has actually been down for a while. You can tell because it's still growing. Anyway, we're going to continue along the trail, see what we can find. We're in the Coed Bald, probably going to get that wrong, Coed Bald part of the woods now. This area doesn't seem to have that much of a problem with the storms and everything. The only problem is some of the trees, as you can see, are very rotten. This one is definitely dead, because if you look up there, there's no leaves or anything on it. There's nothing. All the trees around it, because they're all kind of, well, I don't really know what trees they are. I think they're pine trees. But this one is definitely dead. So what tends to happen is, at the moment, this tree is being held up by the canopy of the other trees up there. At some point, this entire thing is going to fall down. You can literally, push your hand into the back of the tree. Now I'd like to say that maybe it's okay inside, but I don't think it is. Unfortunately, this one, being as it's a very tall tree, is way above my capabilities to cut this one down, to straighten this one out. This one would actually be a natural resources whale, I think what they call them. That would be a natural resources whale's job. It wouldn't be so bad if it would fall that way, because down there is just a big ditch. You can't really it's not really going to hit anything important. If it falls this way, it's going to come straight over the path. And there's a few of these up here like this. Obviously most of these trees are quite strong, sturdy trees, but there's quite a few in between that have just rotted away. They're usually the ones that don't survive these heavier winds, for obvious reasons. Where are you going, Oz? You know that's not the path. Come on. Jump over a stream here. So you guys are going to see me fall into a stream at some point, but haven't happened yet. So we're just exploring the woods. If we find more down trees, and we'll fix them. Someone did tell us there's a down tree, but it's over that way, which we'll be going over there after this area. So we're going to do the circle up here. This is the area I've shown you guys before, where they've got like the little seating area over there. It was originally being set up unofficially as a mountain biking camp, but it's quite a clear area, so it doesn't have too many problems. There is a few rotting trees in between, but nothing I can deal with anyway. Okay, so I made it to my little sitting spot. The one that I mentioned before was a mountain bike camp that was unofficially put here. And just wanted to go through just go through one possibly useless fact for most people. Some people don't know. But these trees, not particularly these two, but trees can self-prune. They do something called self-pruning. There is a technical name for it, but I can't remember what it is. But trees that they can, well, don't know where I'm going with this. It's just random information for you guys. Trees can self-prune any branches that are not actively contributing to the nutrients of the tree. So if there's a particular branch that isn't photosynthesizing correctly, yes, I'm using high school science words. If they're not photosynthesizing correctly, or they're not contributing to the mass of the actual tree itself, they will drop off their branches. So sometimes you'll see, you know, a branch that's come off in a storm. It's probably because the tree has actually decided to cut that branch off. So it gets no nutrients, and eventually it just peels off and self-prunes. And I definitely didn't just Google this before I did this bit of the video. No, I kind of knew that they did. I just wanted to use Gemini to confirm that they do. There is a specific name for it, but we're not going to get super technical. But trees will basically self-manage. Especially trees like these that are in this woods. Because obviously, you know, their canopies are way up there. Not all of them are going to not all of the branches are going to be contributing correctly. So they have a way of deciding, right, okay, well, this branch, doing nothing. Kills off the nutrients to the branch falls off. Usually during the next big storm of some sort. So there's some useless information for you guys. But now we're going to head down there. We are going to go and look for that fallen tree that somebody just reported to me. But we'll get there eventually. Knowing my luck, it's going to be a ginormous tree, and I'm not going to be able to do bugger all about it. Sometimes I can prune the tree down a bit though. Make it a bit more manageable to get around. There is one that we discovered. Hang on, Ozzy, you want to come up? Want to come up? No? Oh, you want to come up this way, do you? Okay. So he was down there like looking at me like, what are you doing, Dad? There is a tree that's like way up there that I discovered about a month ago that had fallen. But yeah, unfortunately, it was twice the thickness of these big things that are holding this bench up right now. So there's bugger all I could do about that. So it is reported on the OS maps. But unfortunately it doesn't stay on there. It doesn't stay on there as a permanent, because it is going straight across a known trail. It's reported to a few places, but it's not going to get dealt with very quickly. Oh, and I've also joined, well, I've applied to join a volunteer group of people. There it was. Join a volunteer group of people that get together with Newport Council and National Resources Wales, or in conjunction with them, to basically discuss accessibility to certain trails. Obviously certain trails that me and Ozzy see all the time are constantly blocked because things have gone wrong, or people have dumped rubbish there, or trees have fallen on it. So this is an official group apparently that will sit down, you know, hopefully more than a couple of times a year, and we'll discuss how to clean up certain areas so that the trails are usable. It's not my idea. It was just something Newport Council posted up on their page the other week, and I thought, well, I did look at it and I thought, I don't know. And then Shelley shared it to me and I was like, all right, we'll give it a go. I filled in the application online. Whether or not I get to be one of them, I don't know. But we filled in the application. Everyone's probably thinking the same thing right now. You've got a lot of projects on the go. And you've got your training Aussie thing for volunteering to do that, and this other thing for the trails and all that stuff with the Newport Council. They're going to meet a couple of times a year. So it's nothing. I get to help out. I get to, you know, show my knowledge of the local areas that have got trails that have gone bad. And hopefully that knowledge will turn into somebody coming out here and actually dealing with it. Talking about trees that are self-pruning. And of course, it's going to stop now that I've started recording. But those trees up there, you can see that are swaying around like crazy. A couple of smaller branches that were dead just fell off it and fell over there somewhere. I heard like a crack, 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 and then it just came down over there. Not loud enough for you guys to hear on the microphone, but these trees are currently self-pruning. This one here that goes all the way up just knocked off a bunch of branches on the other ones next to it. Yeah, I decided to move away from that area. As much as I love the woods and the trees, I kind of don't want those trees to self-prune right on top of my head. And they were self-pruning right over the top of right over the top of where I was sat. And here's a bit of a shame. This obviously isn't new because you can see it's like in the ground, but it goes like all the way up there. This is just one ginormous dead tree. It's not rotting though. I think some of its roots might actually still be attached. Let's go and have a look over here. Yeah, in case you guys haven't worked out, this is more of an exploration video today. We're just doing a bit of exploring in the woods with Ozzy. I don't know, it's kind of... Yeah, no, it's not really rooted into the ground properly. Somehow it hasn't rotted and died though, which means it's probably been like that for only a couple of months. It's not completely dead. In fact, the branches on the other end still have leaves on them. It's weird how some trees can do that. It's like, oh, this tree's dead, but no, it's not. The gentleman that reported to me that there was a downed tree in these woods that was blocking one of the trails came from up this way. So we're going to walk up here and see if maybe there's something I can do about it. I don't know if I can. You never know. You never know. This is a beautiful area though, so A lot of people walk through here. A lot of people use this particular trail, even though it's quite steep right here. So we're going to walk up to the top of here now. Save me huffing and puffing on the video. Let's see if we can find that downed tree that the gentleman was on about. I got a sneaking suspicion that it might be the one that I already know about, which is way beyond my skills to remove. Let's see you at the top. No sooner as I'd recorded that last little bit down the bottom of there, I walked up to here and I thought, there should be a trail by here. We come up this way all the time. There's a trail up by here. And I found what the gentleman was talking about. I'll show you guys in a second, but the downed tree that the gentleman was talking about, it's basically become a giant wall of tree. I can clear some of this, but I don't think I can clear all of it. Let me go show you. So you see down there, that's the trail I just come up from, and this should follow all the way up here, and then the trail should be by there. Yeah. Hang on. If I get you guys up over the top, you can see that the trail is on the other side. Ozzy's down there quite effectively demonstrating that you can normally get to the other side. But this entire tree has come down in this area. Let's see if we can work out where it's come from. So the branches, the main branch is over there somewhere. I can either try and make another trail, or I can try and clear some of this one. I know you guys can't see bugger all right now. So, yeah, normally I'd be able to get up through there. I just got stung by holly, that was great. Whatever, it's only holly. So maybe I can cut this through, where Ozzy just came from. Maybe I can cut that through, I don't know. Yeah. Either way, if I want to cut this down, I'm going to have to clear this here first, clear some of these smaller ones, and then I can get in there then, find out whether or not I can actually get to the bigger logs down there. Unfortunately, you guys are quite unstable right now, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on what you guys are doing, because everything here is currently on a hill, so I've stabilized you as much as possible. Now, hopefully, I can remove some of this, and I can bring back some of the trail. So I'm going to get this backpack off, and I'm going to sort some stuff out, see what we can do. Not a professional at this. I've got two foldable pocket saws with me. I'm going to see how much of this I can clear with just these two tools. So for now, this one can go down. Get some of the smaller branches with this one. Both of these came off AliExpress, by the way. Not selling them though. Where do we start? Guess we just start with the small stuff and see how far we get. So I'm probably going to speed some of this up. But for now, I can start cutting. I've already stopped my watch because we're obviously not walking for a little bit. This is going to be tough work though. Luckily this tree is bending in a way that it can fall down that way. Pull that down. Right, see what I mean? It can fall that way, which is great. So now we're going to try and get rid of some of these. There's plenty of space over there, so I can pop this down. No, won't pop that down. Right. So that's one problem sorted. One of many. Hang on. Get rid of that. My assistant Ozzy will take that over, and he will slowly mulch that up over there. He's already started. He's mulching the branches as we speak. I'm hoping my microphone's not going to get knocked off in these trees. Right. Yep, Ozzy. Ozzy, come on. Right, you take that one. Come on. You've got leaves in your collar. Off you go. Good boy. He's a beautiful assistant, isn't he? Right. What I'm thinking is I can take away as many of these small branches and make a small space that people can walk through. Ozzy. There you go. Take it. Take it. Go. Right. Come on. Oz. Here you go, mate. Come on. Take the branch. Take it. Take it, silly. Go on. Here you go. Right. You've got to take him over there, mate, so you clear the path. Take it over there. Take it over there so it clears the path, Oz. There you go. Basically, I'm making a new, well, I'm making a new trail path, essentially. Because this bit by here is the major problem in the middle. But I think we can normally people can step over this bit. To a certain extent. We're not quite at the big saw stuff yet. Ozzy, go. Go, 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 go. Not quite at the big saw stuff yet. Right. So we're going to switch to a hyperlapse now. Going to do a little hyperlapse video. And you guys will be able to see us clearing the area. And you won't have to listen to me huffing and puffing while I do it. Back to normal video mode for a minute while I have a break. So this is what we've done so far. Cleared quite a bit of it. But as you can see, you can now walk through here again. I'm thinking though, I want to remove this log here. And I've already you saw on the time of the hyperlapse then, I removed the big bit that goes off over there. I think I want to lower this down a bit by cutting some of this off. I'm shattered already. It may not look like I spent quite a long time doing that then, but that did take me quite a bit to get to this point. So I'm going to cut this one big piece of log off here, and then that clears the trail going up there then. Well, as much as I can humanly do by myself anyway. So I'm actually now going to place you guys over there and we'll carry on with this little hyperlapse video. Hopefully it looks good, I don't know yet. I'll probably prune a couple of these smaller branches off as well on the other side, just to help out a bit. But if I can get rid of this log here, then at least people can step over it. Because the one below it, this one here, is just way too big for me to move by myself. Even if I could cut it, it'd be too big for me to move it by myself, because it's a tree branch that's broken off down there somewhere. So I'm going to place you guys over that side, and you can watch me suffer for a bit longer doing a hyperlapse. So as you saw from the hyperlapse video, I hope you guys could see something. That took a lot longer than it should have. But we now have a relatively clear trail that people can use. Again. I'm shattered. I can't do the bigger one at the bottom. I'll flip you guys around and show you. Right. So, previously, trail was blocked. That's all the stuff we removed. And then we can come up here. Yes, I did have to take my jacket off. Now this bit, unfortunately, it's the same thickness as the one that I just removed. But I'm absolutely shattered, so. But you can now easily step all the way through and walk through this trail. I might clear up some of the little scraggly bits, but apart from that, you can now walk the trail again. Things I do for the woodlands that I like hanging around in. Anyway, we're going to chill out for a bit now. We'll probably see you guys at the chill out spot a bit later on, and we'll outro the video there. I'm shattered. So anyway, me and Ozzy here. We've made it down to the chill out spot. Here he is, he's cute. Everybody wants to see Ozzy. We made it to the chill out spot. And we're going to do exactly as it says. We're going to chill out. We've done our bit for the local hiking community and the local dog walking community. And we've cleared up a trail up there. Still a little bit tired. I've also just noticed that the log that was at this chill out spot has floated away. I just noticed now. Ozzy's wading around in the water by there, and the big log that was separating the water last time we were here is now gone. And Ozzy's now playing with a big stick. So I'm going to show you a little bit of Ozzy. Ozzy playing around in a minute. Show you a little bit of the chill out area as it is now, because obviously the recent storms have changed it quite a bit. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to meditate. I'm going to whittle my little wood project, get some food, and don't forget, guys, we've started a bit of a YouTube series. The first episode went up late last night, showing, well, hopefully going to be showing some progress of me and Ozzy training to bring Ozzy's energy level down a bit when he's on the lead, so that we can join some dog therapy teams and go out to hospitals and retirement homes and schools and stuff with Ozzy, and let him share Ozzy's, helpfulness with everybody else. Because he loves meeting new people, don't you, Oz? Come here. So this guy might be showing up at a hospital or something soon. Quick funny story before we go. We just, before we came up into the woods, we actually saw a woman and their daughter getting into a car. Not far from where we live, actually. And immediately, the woman clocked, "Oh, it's Ozzy. It's like, we follow you on YouTube." Nobody ever wants to talk to me, they want to talk to Ozzy. First thing she said was, "Can we make a fuss of Ozzy?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead. He's friendly. Just make a fuss of him." He's a pain in the butt, and he's currently staring at me, look. He's staring at me because he wants me to throw stones in the water. So, see you guys in the next video. And go to the YouTube channel and see episode 1 of our little, hopefully, very, well, not a very long series, but long enough to make it interesting. Because if it becomes long, it means the training is not working. I'll show you guys playing with Ozzy. Let's go play with Ozzy. Ready? 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 Go! Ready? 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 Go! You ready? You ready, Ozzy? Ready? Ready? Go! Ready? Go! You missed the second one, stupid. You missed the second one. Ready? You ready? You ready? Ready? Go! No, don't attack the tree. What did the tree do to you? What did the tree do to you?